Today we're gonna talk about a Leetcode problem called swap node in pairs. Given a linked list, swap every two adjacent nodes and return its head. You must solve the problem without modifying the value in the list node. Only node themselves may be changed. So here we cannot swap the value of the node, but we can swap the reference of the node. For example, if the given list is 1, 2, 3, 4, the output it should be 2, 1, 4, 3. If the given head of the list is empty list, the output should be empty. And the last example, if the head of the linked list is 1, it should be return 1. The constraint here is the value and the number of nodes between 0 and 100. Alright, so in order to not lose a reference to the head of the linked list, we need to create a dummy head / a dummy node. And also we need to create current, which is a reference that point to the dummy head, and we need two pointers that point to the two nodes after the dummy head. Okay, so here while current.next not equal to null and current.next not equal to null, execute this line of code, otherwise exit. So here current.next, which is 1, not equal to null, and current.next 2 not equal to null, then we're gonna execute this line of code. Okay, so we need to change the reference of the L1 and L2. L1 is a reference that point to the node has value 1. L2, same thing, reference that point to a node that has a value 2. Okay, so we're gonna say L1.next equal L2.next, and then L2.next equal L1, and then we're gonna say current.next equal L2. Current.next equal L2, and then we need to move the current, and the current is here is pointing to the dummy head. Right now we need to update it to point at the same node that point by L1. Okay, so let's start from the dummy head. I would just want to change this one. So from the dummy head we can say 2, and then 2 is going to take us to 1, 1 is going to take us to 3, and 3 is going to take us to 4. If you notice here, two things. We want to keep the first two nodes after the dummy head is not null, and then we want to change the reference, or in other words the address of these two pointers, swap them. So after doing all these change / swaps, we're gonna get something like this: dummy head 2, 1, 3, 4. Okay, so here if you check the code, current.next not equal to null and current.next not equal to null, which both of them is going to evaluate to true, and the true is going to be true, then we need to go inside this while loop and execute the same thing what we have done before. Let's do it one more time. So we're gonna say L1.next equal L2.next. What does that mean? L2.next to null, so L1.next equal L2.next, so here pointing to null also. Okay, then we're gonna say L2.next equal pointing to L1, and then we're gonna say current.next equal L2. Make sure to move the current. The current need to be changed because we want to go to the next pair of node in the list. Then current equal L1. Here the thing, current.next not equal to null, current.next not equal to null, which is true. Current.next equal to null, and here is going to be evaluated to false. So we're gonna exit the while loop, and we're gonna return head.next, which is the same head of the given list but with a swap note in the list. I hope that was helpful to you. Thank you for listening.